Hi there. Now for this question, we were told that the distance A to B was equal to 6.3 kilometers and asked to find out what the value of V was. And you can see it turns out to be 30. So as usual, what I'll do is just take you slowly through the work solution, but at any time you might want to fast forward to skip the stages. So the method I'm going to use is knowing that the area represents distance, then that area has got to be equal to 6,300. Remember, we're working here in meters. We've got a V is in meters per second, so that distance must be converted to meters. So that's 6,300 meters. And I'm going to equate that to the area of this shape, the area of a trapezium. Now, in order to work out the area of a trapezium, it is the sum of the two parallel sides times the distance apart, all divided by 2. Now, I know this distance, it's 300. This distance was the answer in question B, part 3. We found out that time was a total of 300 minus 6V. So we'll just put that down here, 300 minus 6V. That's the time interval from there to there. So we can treat that as a length unit, okay, when it comes to working out the area of this trapezium. So that's where we start, and we'll develop an equation with V in it, which we should be able to solve, and it will give us this answer. So we've got, therefore, 6,300, that's going to be that area of the trapezium, is going to equal the sum of the two parallel sides. So it'll be this side, which will be 300, plus the other side, this one up here, which is obviously 300 minus 6V. So we've got 300 minus 6V. That's all multiplied by the distance between the two parallel sides. So it's that distance there, which is going to be V. And we divide all of this by 2. You might want to, by the way, just work with triangles and a rectangle. That's up to you, but it's a lot quicker working with the area of a trapezium. So let's just border that off, and then we should be able to just carry on here. So if you now clean this up, we could divide through here by 2 actually. So dividing 600 minus 6V by 2 just gives me 300 minus 3V. So therefore what we've got then is 6,300 equals 300 minus 3V, and all of that is multiplied by the V. And I can see that if we multiply this out, we're going to have a quadratic equation, got a V squared there. So I'm going to rearrange it as well. So if I add 3V squared to both sides, I end up with 3V squared, and then this is 300V, so I'll subtract that from both sides, 300V, and then plus the 6,300, and that would equal 0. I can also now divide through by 3 here, and that leads me on to V squared minus 100V plus 2,100, and that equals 0. And I could use the quadratic formula here, or I could factorize it, because it does factorize. I can see that it will have 2 brackets, okay, equaling 0. I've got a V and a V, and it's going to be minus 30 and minus 70 there. And that would mean that each of those factors would equal 0. You could have V minus 30 equaling 0, or V minus 70 equaling 0. And this one would lead on to V equaling 30. And this one would lead on to V equaling 70. We've got 2 answers here, but we were told that V had to be less than 50. So since V is less than 50, it obviously has to be 30. So that's giving you some idea then on that question if it caused any problems. Okay?